Hold on.
Elias has got a giant on. Whoa!
All right, I'm not much of a vlogger, but I'm in Panama right now, getting on that plane. Got a good group of guys with us today. This will be interesting, man. That's the smallest plane I've ever been on, so hopefully we don't, the guys are gonna have a blast ripping me here. But yeah, I think about 7-8 days of filming in Panama.
Okay guys, so we're gonna go the strongest guys up front. So you'll go first.
The heavy guys.
Okay. Watch your step and watch your head right there in the middle, okay?
You want to be a companion? Yep.
Yeah. All right. Elias, you're in safe hands. He says I'm co-pilot. Good.
Okay.
Safe spot.
Hey, good morning everybody.
Good day.
Okay, the flight is going to be 55 minutes. We are going to level up 7,500. We have good weather.
Good weather all
My
the way.
name is Roberto. Nice to meet you.
Different kind of Elias speed fishing video.
How far upriver does it really neck down?
This is gonna be probably the best trip of my lifetime. Just my guess. Shooting from the hip here. Could be wrong, but I have never experienced anything remotely like this, so I'm pumped.
Yeah, we just had a 1-hour flight out into the middle of the jungle. Never been on a small plane before, but it was like 10 times better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like rough and bumpy, and that was smooth.
The fishing spots we went over looked amazing too, from the aerial view.
Everything looks fishy.
Yep.
That's Elias.
Told you I had the jig. The jigs were there.
That one's pretty full too.
Guys, make sure you got all your bags. Yep. Everybody got everything taken care of?
Yeah, you double check it.
Welcome to Jaque.
We have a little hospital down there. And so there's a Colombian consul here where people can check in because they travel by boat.
Yeah.
By pangas up and down the coast, the local. There's some trade going on between the, informal trade.
Yeah, right. And this is like a town hall. Town hall.
Okay.
Maria, Alacho, I'll introduce all of you.
Maria?
Couple of things. First of all, it's really dry season right now, so it's super dry. So as far as the house goes, the only thing to do is watch the water, okay? We don't want to waste water because the village only have water in the middle of the night, okay? That's what Alacho just told me. So just be careful with water. I typically outside on the back of the house. It's the best place to shower. There's an open drain. I just rinse myself off there, close the tap. For the rest of it, there's no problem. We can drink the water here, but we brought extra drinking water. So the water in the cooler is good for you guys to drink. Okay. The most dangerous thing here is the sun. Okay. Watch out for the sun. Stay hydrated. Okay. That's our two key things for this week: is stay hydrated, stay hydrated. Especially guys out in the sun all day long. Stay covered up. Put sunscreen. Stay covered. Those are. If we stick with those two things, that's basically it. A medevac here will take us at least 4 to 6 hours to try to get you out of here, right? When I guide people, I close my bulbs. I'd rather lose the odd fish than get stuck with a treble, especially big poppers that I can't get out when I'm 20 miles in the jungle. If you're coming to the beach and things like that, especially with the kayaks, quite often there's a bit of a dump on the beach, right? So you want to sort of jump off before the time and have all your gears stowed. But we can go a little bit through the kayaking and the kayak fishing and gear setup and launching when we get to Caracoles. What I had in mind for this afternoon, it's an incoming tide. It's high at 7 o'clock tonight, to fish the river mouth and drag 1 or 2 of these kayaks over to the river mouth, and then you could float over to the other side of the river mouth. Maybe we just take the 2 plastic ones. 1 or 2 guys can fish on this side of the river mouth from the shore. Other 2 go over there and we just swap around.
Yeah.
The only thing I may change is to see if we want to go to the Indian village of Biroquiera, because I think today is going to be our only day, but it's a bit of a trade-off with fishing time. And then tomorrow we'll hit up the coast in the morning, and we can go over the rest of the week's program this evening when we have dinner. We must probably have dinner at 7 tonight, and in the meantime we'll have some snacks and so on before we head out.
So what were your thoughts on packing for this trip? Like, what kind of setups were you thinking you had in mind?
So I brought a lot of slow pitch spinning gear and a couple of slow pitch conventional rods. Probably 1 or 2 light tackle rods for this afternoon. Then we got stuff for the big live baits and 200-gram jigs. It's a little bit of a shorter rod, so this is not a pleasure fishing rod. This is more like business rod. This is the heaviest setup I brought, so this should take down anything about 50, 60 pounds without issues. So we got a couple other things here. I brought a 7'6" popping rod, 9-foot surf gear rod, so if we're going to be throwing maybe some poppers this evening for snook, we got some stuff like that. Whatever, maybe rooster fish are going to be kind of cruising the beach lip. So we got that. That's 9 foot. Comfortably throw up to 4 ounces on that.
Extra frame stuff, if we need it.
I overpacked my whole life.
Bad scads.
Yeah, look up look.
I don't know about these things. You ever use these?
Overkill. Right now we're gonna go jump on a panga, cruise up. What's the name of the river? The Jaque River?
Jaque River, yeah. One non-Indian village called Biroquiera.
Lost footage to be the least of my worries.
Lost footage in your brain.
Look how the tide drains out,
It's wild, right?
and like how much structure is left.
I always feel like the heaviest guy should get in last.
Crazy that dewlap they have.
So we're in Biroquiera village. This is a Wa non-Indian tribe, and they are super famous for their basket weaving. That the good ones will actually hold water. Super amazing artists, and they use a black palm to make these baskets that they weave.
The black palm?
Yeah, the black palm. Yeah. I'll try to show you the palm.
Do you know how long they've been like established in this area for?
So these are not pre-Columbian Indians, they're post-Columbian Indians, which means they migrated into this area after the Europeans settled here and pretty much wiped out the pre-Columbian Indians through diseases. They're a migratory tribe that came from Colombia, which is about 30 miles this way. They call it vegetable ivory sometimes, and so they make like all kinds of arts and things
They carve it
out of that.
and eventually.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
It comes from that palm.
Then these pieces are made from a fiber. They not naturally fiber. With different colors from natural dyes. ¿Nombre? ¿Tu nombre?
To make the speed run.
So I didn't talk much because there's not much I can add to this, but we're gonna take care from there. All right, fellas. All right, let's see if we can go catch some next stop lines in the water. All right, we're gonna do a little surf fishing now here in Jaque. No idea what we're gonna find. I'm just walking the beach from house. I've got 2 rods and reels, so Self and Nate gonna fish right here right now.
Expert Costa Rica, expert Panamanian anglers here. Not geography. Yeah, not expert in geography.
This looks good too. Got a little slough right there, fast water. Old school reading the beach, right? All right, guys, we're gonna cast right into this slough here. What'd you get them on? Saw them catch a corvina over there. Pompano.
Oh, what the heck is that?
Looks like some kind of pompano. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I saw them catch one, something like that down there. Hit on the surface. I got fire.
I was jigging along the bottom.
Okay.
Sweet.
I don't know if they want them. They want it? I have no idea what that. He's got teeth, right? Looks like he does.
Yeah. I'm not lifting anything.
Just let it drift down in the current.
I thought it was a fish twice that size. It pulled so hard.
Really?
That current.
Yeah. Hold on.
Almost bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Mine's got something good.
Big fish.
That's acting like a snook, man.
It's a lot bigger than a snook, dude.
Okay.
This is a heavy rod. Tarpon. Yeah, I think that's a tarpon.
Tarpon?
Look like it. It's a snook. It's gigantic.
Oh, I hope it's a 40.
Yeah, I did one big jump. It's big.
Dude, I think you got a monster snook.
I think it might be. When I saw that jump.
I think it's a big snook. Tarpon will be all over the water.
Yeah, it's a big fish though, that's all I know.
I'm gonna put my rod up so I can grab it.
Yeah. Threw the Mackinaw shad right in that rip there. Might be Jack. Could be a crevalle.
It's big, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Elias has got a giant on. Oh, heck yeah.
I think so.
Whoa! That's a 40, man. Oh.
Oh my goodness! What?
Here comes a good wave.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
Look at that snook!
Oh. I got him. I got him with my leg. You got it? Yes!
Wow. Nice. My gosh.
Oh, I wish I had a tape. That is a fat snook.
Guys, look at the size of that snook. That is by far my largest one. I know that they keep the snook here where I'm fishing. Oh my gosh.
Hey, let me get my phone.
Yeah. Come here? Okay. You eat this, right? Yes. They take it. At this point, some locals who were also out fishing the beach asked us to keep this fish so they could take it back home to their families. My first instinct was to release it, but black snook, which they call robalo down here, are not overfished and are prized table fare in these waters. So we agreed to drag it back to the cottage, where they cut it up and left us a few pieces for our own dinner. The light, flaky white meat made for a delicious end to a pretty epic day. Let's see if my leader's chafed. Now we're good. All right, so I just rolled my swim shad right into that water there. That's what we're gonna try to do again. Yeah, right in that, right there. All right, I kind of did a textbook thing. I fished the backside of a rip. The current's rushing into this river right now, and a slight rip with opposite current is formed. And I threw my Mackinaw shad and just tapped bottom twice, and this thing inhaled it, jumped twice, took a impressive run to the other side of the river. But man, we didn't think that that's what jumped on this. Best beach catch in years. Really, I'm stoked catching this fish. So that is cool to me. Okay, I'm losing light here right now. And he told me the world record snook, women's snook,
yeah.
was caught here.
Yeah,
so,
right here. On this point, Adrian Castron, I believe. I think.
How
What's
big?
the name? I think it's Adrian.
How big a snook? You know?
I don't remember what it was. No.
Big
I
snook.
don't remember.
Probably
It's,
big.
I think it's still the existing ladies world record. Huh?
Yeah, so we only had about an hour to fish on this tide, so I got lucky to get one bite I won't forget. I know that.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah, I won't forget that bite. That fish took me out through the rips. Looked like it could have been a tarpon in the distance. It ate this jig right here. That's a Mackinaw shad. I use this Penn Clash. Heavy fish, man. I didn't think that was going to be a snook. So we're gonna fish a little bit into the dark, but I'm gonna lose light to film, unfortunately. You know, that's the only thing. So maybe we catch something else to try to put a couple flashlights on it. But
road within 100 miles.
What's that?
Not a road within 100 miles.
Not a road from this beach within 100 miles.
We released most of them,
Okay.
right? All the rooster snappers, but we always like to keep a fish for the pan.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong keeping one for
Yeah,
the pan.
and the snook here are not as pressured, I guess. It's a different style video out of me to do a little touring and seeing something different, because I usually just do straight fishing videos. I wish I was able to fish a little longer here and catch a couple more fish with some light, but maybe we'll come back to this beach for one more session. I would love to after seeing that. I really want to come back to here, but I don't know what the plans are going to be for the rest of the trip, but that's one I won't forget. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the video's description. Man, yeah, that's a fish. That'll be my fish of a lifetime for sure. So maybe that's not that rare here in Panama. I'm guessing it's probably not. That might just be an average snook, but it's one I'll never forget. So that's kind of what matters. So all right, let's pack it up and get back to the lodge.
Richie,